the legend in martial arts, Mike Stone. Everybody please give Mike Stone a big round of applause. I can't tell you what, this is the first interview I've done on stage here for many years anyway, and it would be the only one I've been looking forward to doing. Okay, and just to start off with Mike, I want you to thank you for coming to the show. Mike's got a lot of memorabilia down there. I want you all to go down and give him have a visit at least and look at some of the stuff he's pushing. But just to kick off, Mike, could you tell me when you first started? Can you remember your first experience of the martial arts?
No.
You can't remember when?
Funny guy. My first experience in martial arts, I was a junior in high school, and it was summertime. And I went to a boarding school for 4 years called Lahaina Luna. It's the oldest school west of the Rocky Mountains, started in 1831. At that particular high school, if you went there as a boarder, you could also work during the summertime to pay for your own tuition. But I went downtown, and a photographer that is the sports photographer for our high school, I bumped into him and he says, "Listen, what are you doing this summer?" I said, "Well, nothing, just hanging out." He said, "Well, there's a guy that's coming in here. He's already here." Now, for some of you that are really into martial arts, my first exposure was with Aikido. And yeah, yay for Aikido. And the guy I was going to be taking lessons from, my first 2 weeks in Aikido, was Koichi Toihei. If anybody knows about Aikido, he is the #1 student of the founder of Aikido, Professor Ueshiba. So my first 2 weeks of martial arts experience was taking Aikido from one of the very best martial artists in the world. I was blessed. That experience that I had the first night, I was so impressed, not about what he did. So this is the same question I'm always asked about Bruce Lee. Were you impressed with Bruce Lee's physical skills? No. What I was impressed with in the Aikido was his humility, his discipline, his courage. He was everything I wished I could be. So when I first took karate, I was in the Army. About a year and a half later, I thought I would be learning the values, the virtues, and the principles of martial arts. I was very disappointed. Throughout my whole career, I have never had a martial arts teacher that taught me those values. And yet, that is what I needed. Today, what I see, I was so discouraged at one point in my martial arts career, I decided to leave America, go to the Philippines, and I've been living on this little island for 40 years. And my discouragement was that the things that I really thought martial arts was all about, what I experienced my first 2 weeks, I never found anybody in America teaching it. But what they did allow me to do was to do what I did best at that age. I was angry, I was violent, and I was aggressive. And those physical or those mental ideas matched with my physical ability allowed me to be exceptionally good at martial arts fighting. But that's not what I wanted to be. And that's not was who I was. So these values and virtues, these principles, integrity, honor, respect, courage, discipline, this is what we should be learning now. The physical aspects of who you are, your physicality, is the least important of the 3 aspects that make up your humanity. Your humanity is made up of your spiritual nature first. You were a spiritual being before you were ever born a human being. This is your most valued possession, your spiritual quality. And yet it is never taught. The next down is your mentality. For us, this is our problem. Our problem is we think. That's our problem. The last problem it filters down to is your physical body. It is the least valuable asset you have of being a human being. And yet this is what you focus on all the time. Your physical connection to everything. When you should be focused on your spiritual connection to everything. And this focus that we have, this obsession with physical reality, our obsession with physical possessions, with material things, is our problem. And you're never going to change your life until you change your thinking about who you are. Did I offend anybody, or did I answer the question too good?
Actually, I've been I've had so many years wanting to hear someone say that. And I don't say that flippantly. What I'd like to ask you then, because of what you've just said, and I'd love to ask you this question: why, Mike, do you think we come to this realm? Why do you think we are here?
There are 6 questions you have to ask yourself. And these 6 questions, man has been asking himself for eternity. The first question, that is the most important question you should focus on in your life. Who am I? This question is asked all the time by everybody. You will never find the answer. If you never find the answer, you can never be happy. It is impossible. Knowing who you are is the secret to your individual lives. Everybody wants to love. And everybody wants to be loved. The problem is you're looking in all the wrong direction. All of you right now, looking at me, you're looking in the wrong direction. If you want to be loved and want to find love and give love, don't look at me. Look inside of yourself. Get to that spiritual quality. The second question is, where do I come from? Answer it very simple. You come from the realm of perfection. You were created, not born. Your spiritual nature was a creation, not a birth. That spiritual connection, you were born perfect, flawless. There was nothing wrong with you. But if you never know the opposite aspect of being flawless, if you only know yourself as being perfect, you will never know yourself. You must have a contrast. And the Creator decided to put you in the physical world, for you to be born again into the physical reality, so you can now choose who you are. You cannot know love unless you know hate. You cannot know hate where you were created. You were sent here to make a choice, because you have experiences. You can choose any experience you want in this realm. And from those experiences, you can now choose who I am. The third question: what happened to me during my transition from my spiritual creation into the physical world of relativity? If you believe that your thought is the most powerful asset that you have, you're absolutely right. Your thought is the most powerful vibration you emit. There is nothing more powerful than your thought. If you don't believe me, look around. Every physical object you see, Every physical object you see vibrates at a particular frequency of energy. If you want to know how variety is, turn around and look at all the other people. Every person here that thinks is vibrating at a particular frequency of energy. The frequency of your thoughts and your beliefs about you is what manifests your experiences. Everything you have lived in your life is your choice. Stop blaming other people, situations, circumstances. I have no money, no education. That is complete bullshit. If you want to continue thinking like that, you're never going. Just listen to this, please. From the moment you were born to this moment, however old you are individually, from the moment that you were born to this point right now in your life is your creation. You created every aspect, every experience. You could choose, you could change your mind. When? Anytime. You're not limited to changing your mind. You can make another choice. When? When you find out the choice you made was not the right one. Don't keep beating yourself up, taking drugs, trying to find an answer to your problems. You're the answer to your problems. So now the question is, if you're the answer, who are you? You can't even answer the first question. Every issue you have in your life, monetary, financial, relationships, all of these issues are your creations. Don't blame your partner. Don't blame your loved ones. You accept, how much is it? What's the highest you can accept? 100%. Accept 100% of every choice you ever make. Because with a choice comes three things: results, outcomes, and consequences. The problem with you, maybe, you don't like the consequences of your choices. And of course, you can't accept responsibility for them, so let me blame the person nearest to me. My relatives, my friends, my business partners, my associates, my students. It's their problem. They're creating problems for me. No, no, no. Accept responsibility for your choices. How much? All of them. Everyone. Now, if you've gotten to this point in your life, everyone you've ever made got you to this point. So every negative choice you've ever made, this is the result or the consequences of every choice you ever made to this point. So when are you going to change that? Who are you looking around blaming every day for your situation in life? Of course, it's never your fault. And life is not about fault. Life is about choices. There's three things in your life you will always do. You will make a choice about something. You will have a relationship. And I'll let you figure out the third on your own, if you're willing to find out. Everything in this room vibrates at a frequency. Every individual here vibrates at a frequency. The frequency at which you vibrate, that means your thoughts, your thinking, your attitude, your perception, your belief, everything about you is your creation. If you don't like any aspect of who you've created, change it. And the answer is when? Now. When are you going to change it? Next week? Last month? You're late for last month. You don't know the power that you are. You don't know how powerful you really are. How many of you set goals in your life? How many of you set goals in your life? How many of you are hearingly impaired? Apparently a lot. Only 5 people raised their hand. The rest of you are clueless. You are exceptionally powerful. Each and every one of you. You are gifted, talented, beyond your own perception of yourself, which is one of your issues. You don't think highly enough of yourself. I don't mean in an arrogant way, a loving way. You want to love? Love. You want to feel love? Give it. Freely, no conditions. I love you if you do this for me. When you get into romantic relationships, I love you. If you say I love you immediately, you're in trouble. Because there's expectations that come with romantic relationships. And expectations only produces two things: disappointment and unhappiness. That's what expectations produce. You will never reach the expectations you have from anybody else or from yourself. So stop expecting. Start living that idea. If you set goals, believe me, don't wait for it to come. I remember when I was young, I set 6-month goals, 1-year goals, 3-year goals, 5-year goals, lifetime goals. Bullshit. I'll never get there. Why? Because understand the power that you are. When you project yourself in a time dimension that does not exist, which is the future, you're not there yet. So if you're looking forward to something, you'll always be looking forward to something. But you exist right now. Right now, everybody in this room, even the one who are not paying attention, great. You choose not to learn, you will never learn. You are powerful. If you want something where you exist, let's think of something, just seriously. Right now, all of us can die. Only now. In the moment we exist is the only time we can die. So all of us can only truly die right now. Not 3 minutes before, not 6 minutes in the future. When we come to the future and we die, then it'll be called now, then. So why not live in the now, where you actually exist, where you actually will have feelings and emotions and you'll have the experience. Why not? Oh, maybe in 6 months if I save enough money, maybe in a year if I get this, I need to take care of some little things. No, you don't. The universe will take care of everything. You have to take care of yourself. You got your body. It is the least valuable asset you have. This thing is nothing. Look what you've done to it. You pollute it, you kill it, you destroy it, you give it shit, and you expect to come out smelling like a rose. Please, give me a break. If you have an idea of yourself in the future, why wait? Humans invented this idea. A watch. They've even broken down time to little segments. Hundreds, thousands of seconds. Who the hell can run that fast? They create minutes, hours, days, weeks, decades. They created, you live that idea. I don't live that way. I live now. Not last week, not next week, now. I live in the moment as much as I... That's why I don't live in society. That's why I live on the little island for 40 years. I chose to do that. I chose to give up money, fame, fortune. I chose not to take that. Why? I understood who I am. And I am not like that. So if you have an idea of yourself sometime in the future, let me tell you something. There's a fast track to life. The fast track to life is the moment you're in right now. So what I do is I bring everything I want in my future, I bring it into my present existence where I can die. If I can only die now, doesn't it make sense I can only truly live now? I can only die now, but maybe death will come later. You're afraid of dying. What? What are you afraid of? You, the unknown? You think you're going to live forever? Some of you act that way. The way you abuse your life, the people around you, your body, what you eat. And we're all experts. We're all grandmasters. What a bunch of crap that is. No.
I agree. There is only now, and we do die now. When it comes, it'll be now. I also think that, as Mr. Arn said in Enter the Dragon, we are all willing to lose, just as we are born knowing only life. Do you feel that we could just be an aspect of the universe experiencing itself?
No, you can't do that. Because you already are that. You just don't know it. This is who you are. You were created this way already. You were created perfect. You had to come here to choose to experience perfection, or the opposite: hatred, angry, jealousy, selfishness, greedy. You came to choose. Now that you've had the experience, what's your choice? Most of you end up choosing the same negative. Do you know that you have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day? Every one of you. Scientifically, they can monitor you. They can see how your brain is activated on your thinking. Imagine having 60 to 80 thoughts a day, and you end your day only remembering 15. And guess what the 15 are? The one you repeated 60 to 80,000 times all day. You're on a treadmill. And if you believe that learning is through repetition, you're repeating the negative things 60, 80,000 times a day and wondering, why doesn't my life change?
So do you think it's possible for people to actually program themselves?
I'm sorry.
Is it possible for people to program themselves?
You're doing it already. You've been doing it all your life. You are right now your own program that you have programmed yourself since birth. If you were taught to live in fear, which many of us were, including me, from 3 and 4 years old, I was taught fear under the disguise by my parents that they loved me. And it was for my own good. And it was to protect me and to keep me safe. Many of the fears you've learned, you will never get rid of. Because you were taught to live in fear. Get down from that tree. You want to break your neck? You don't even know what a neck is. You can't even speak English yet. Don't touch that. You want to get electrocuted? What the hell is that? You've been taught things that were taught to you under the disguise that it's to protect you and keep you safe. No, it made you a fearful. Anybody remember COVID? Please. Haven't you forgot? COVID was a lesson, people. And there were millions that didn't learn it. They died as a result of it. Why? Fear. What do you think controls your life? Your intelligence? Please. Fear controls your life. It controls the decisions you make. Should I do this or not? No, I better not, because that. I don't have enough this. I'm not good enough. I'm not fast enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not great enough. Says who? Well, you know, people tell me that. Oh, so you're going to believe other people. Do they know you when you don't even know? What's the first question? Who am I? To have this physical experiences you guys are having, you had to change the power that you are. You had to change from being perfect, created in the likeness and image of a creator. He created you perfect, but he understood that for you to know your perfection, you must have an idea of what it is not to be perfect. If you are created of love and light, You have to experience hatred, envy, jealousy, greed, fear. You will experience all of these things by choice here, and then after you had the experience, you can choose again. Do I want to live in fear? Everybody says no. Take a moment to think about what you just said. You're lying to yourself. This is a pet peeve humans have. We deny our own existence. We deny our own power. We deny our own truth. When you ever use the words, I don't, I can't, you're denying your existence. Wait a minute. We already established you exist right now, right? You can only die now, right? So you exist. When you said, I can't, I won't, you're denying you exist. It is impossible for you not to exist. Impossible. You got to stop lying to yourself. We do this incessantly. And we make excuses. It's called a little white lie. No such thing exists on this planet. There are no little white lies. All lies are the same color and the same size. It's a lie.
Finally, thank you. Why do you feel we keep coming back here? Why do you feel we keep coming back? Or do you feel we just come here once? To this line.
We come back.
Why do we come back here?
Okay, well that's a good question. And again, there's different belief systems that we all have. And if you're spiritually inclined, that means you automatically, was it something I said? If you are spiritually inclined, you can have a tendency on earth, being this way, that you become a religious fanatic, right? Pretend like you're alive. Go like this. Yes, you become a religious fanatic because now your focus is on your spiritual intent about religion. There's nothing wrong with that. By the way, there's nothing wrong with anything. It's a matter of what you choose to experience. It's all about you. If you focus so much on your mentality, then having an education, being a professor, being smart, being educated, you focus on that, yes, you can do that too. If you want to focus on your body to be healthy, you can take yoga, bodybuilding, karate. You can do it. Yes, you can do that too. The problem is, people, you are too focused on one aspect of your creation. You are three things in one. You have a spiritual quality. That is the essence of your creation. You have a mentality. Big mistake God made there. He allowed you to think for yourself. And you have a physical body. The way I've chosen to live my life is very different, completely different. I only wear the watch for convenience. This thing doesn't matter to me. I'm living this moment all the time. When I'm at home, my lifestyle, completely different. I get up 4 o'clock in the morning. I exercise for 45, 50, 75 minutes. I'm going to do that later with you. But everything is designed. I want to design my life. I don't want people to tell me what to do. We all want to be free. No such thing. You can't be free when you lock yourself in your own mental prisons. And you have the key to get out. It's answering the question, who am I? And be honest. If you want to continually lie to yourself, go right ahead. Some people believe that you can be reincarnated. Now understand your power. Anything that exists, any idea, concept, philosophy, attitude, everything exists. You can choose which one you prefer, your choice, you prefer to accept into your particular way of living. It's your free will to choose that. When you were born into the physical world of relativity, when you were born physical, you had only two gifts, only two. You were given life, you're alive. And you were given free will to choose your experiences. That's all you have ever received. The rest is up to you. You want to ask another question?
I'll be here all day. If I started talking to you, we had a good talk earlier, I would be here all day. But why do we, last question, because we would be here all day, and I'd love to be here all day, and I'm sure everybody else will be. You've got a seminar to do soon. Do we choose our lives before we arrive?
Life is not preordained. So when he answered the last part of it is before we came here. No. It would eliminate the gift that you have of free will, right? Why would you come here already set? Your life is set, it's preordained, and some of you believe that. Oh, it's God's will. No, it's not. God's will is your will. He gave you the freedom to choose. If he wanted all of us to be the same way, he wouldn't have made us individuals. He wouldn't have given us the opportunity to choose and create our own life. That's your gift. And for many of you, that's your problem. Which one? All the ones you're creating for yourself, every minute of every day. You're creating nothing but issues. Issues. Mental, financial, spiritual, relationship, issues, health. Oh my God. You guys are the most powerful things. Look how much power you have that you can create so much limitation in your life. That shows you how powerful you are. That you can limit yourself so much, and yet you're capable of so much. Anybody heard the word potential? Yes, it's a fantasy. Potential is your gift. You have to create yourself to the fullest. I'll just go end on this note. There are 6 questions. I'll just jump to the 6th one. What is my purpose for existing at this time? You don't have a purpose. Neither do you have a meaning. What is the meaning to my life? You don't have one. It's not preordained for you to have one by anybody. It is your gift of choice to choose what mean. You give meaning to your life by the choices you make and the experiences you have from the choices you make. And from the results or consequences of your choices, you can now choose again, what? Who am I? Am I this or that? You can choose. Be careful of your choices. They have consequences. But the purpose in your life is to be the very best. Be, not do. Doing is an act of your physical body. Being is a state of conscious awareness. Be the best that you can, not do your best. You're going to choose to be doing things all of your life. The quality of your doing, the quality of your karate, the quality of your life is not based on what you do, it's how you think before you do. So it's your state of being. It's your state of awareness and consciousness that allows you quality or no quality. Some of you are saying, well, I've been training for years. I got my black belt in 6 months from the day I started my first class. In 6 months. I became the world champion in 7 months. I have never lost in 92 fights. Why? I'm a complete coward. It's hard to hit me in the back of the head while I'm running away from you. You are capable of so much. I never wrote a poem in my life until I was 42. Why? When I decided I am a poet. I am. I declare to the universe what I am. The universe can only give me what I believe. If I say I'm a poet, I sat down in 15 minutes, I will read you a poem later. It's called What's the Problem? The reason I chose that to write my first poem in my life was because that's what I'm confronted with. Mr. Stone, I have a problem. What's your problem? Everybody got problems. I became a poet instantaneously and wrote over 100 poems and published a book. No, listen, don't. Oh, I'm glad you're applauding for them. Anyway, I want to thank you very much. I have a tendency to do this. I'm so passionate about what I believe in life that if I have the microphone, you ain't getting it back.